Hello and welcome back to another video, and today it's a little bit different because I know you guys are used to seeing lots and lots of vlogs on here showing you guys our lives, what we do, the types of things we get up to, and trying to give a little bit of a positive message into the world. And don't you worry, that is still continuing, still going on in the next couple of days. But this weekend we are away at my sister's wedding, so there's going to be a monster wedding weekend vlog coming your way very, very soon. But today I want to share a little bit more about something that's really important to my wife and I. Now, we are both primary school teachers. My wife teaches year 6 and does an amazing job at it, and I'm in year 5. And we have recently been battling over the issue of the teacher strikes. And I don't mean battling with each other, but just like mentally, like thinking about what should we do, what should we not do, whether or not to strike. And when the strikes first started happening, we both were on strike and went on strike, and we thought it was the right thing to do at the time, and it was, and we are still happy with that decision. But then after a little while, we then didn't strike the second time around because actually it was taking quite a hit out of our budget, and we were having to be careful about a few other things that were going on, and so we didn't strike, and we both had to, work out what was right for us, and we did what was right, and I'm very, very happy with that. Importantly, today, the end of those strikes seem to have come about because the government have just announced that they've accepted the independent peer review body's recommendation of a 6.5% pay rise. Now, that very clearly is below inflation, and the unions were all asking for an above inflation pay rise to keep teachers' pay going with what was originally kind of accepted and thought of as what was right. But you know what? I'm quite happy with it. I think a 6.5% pay rise, and I think as well on behalf of NEU, the chiefs of the NEU, the union we're in, have both said that actually, yeah, we should accept this. We should take this offer because it's the biggest offer teachers have had in absolutely years. And I think, you know what? I can't complain that 6.5% is a very, very good pay offer because people don't get into teaching for the money. And don't get me wrong, teaching is a very, very good salary. And I'm very happy with my wage, but it's not something that you do because you want to earn mega bucks. You want to earn loads and loads of money. It's something you do for teaching. You want to be a teacher. That's kind of the life you're choosing when you go to work. And again, there's a whole little thing there about work-life balance and that type of thing that I'm not going to get into in this video. But I think it's important to recognise that actually, I think that's a pretty fair offer from the government in light of the current situation of the rising inflation. And don't get me wrong, there could be more, and yes, I think teachers should be paid more for what they do. But I think in reality, when we have to balance everything and everything that's going on in the world right now, that's a pretty good deal. We should probably take that. So I thought today I'd just go through and tell you a little bit about the update, about what the NEU have said, and then what that means further forward. We're just going to pause the video very quickly there and remind you guys that on the waltonfamily.uk you can buy all sorts of stuff if you're a teacher, if you're just looking to send a positive message. We're trying to put some positive messages out there, including this hoodie. You can see here, live the life of your dreams. I almost fell over then, one sec. Live the life of your dreams, says it across there. Hopefully you guys can get one of these and send a positive message out to the world like we're trying to do. So thank you very much if you do. And as always, there's links in the descriptions of various apps that you can use to help you guys save an absolute ton of money. But let's get straight back into it. So first off, the government has made the offer of the 6.5% pay rise for teachers, which is fantastic, fully implementing the recommendations of the teacher pay review body. This is brilliant. There also, according to the NEU, is going to be some extra funding for schools to pay this £900 million a year. Now, the only tricky bit here is that the government hasn't given the Department for Education any extra money. So that is going to have to come from elsewhere in the Department for Education budget. They have assured them that it's not going to be like frontline school budget, so schools aren't going to have less money. But this is obviously going to have to come from somewhere. And if you asked the government yesterday, do you have £900 million spare? They would have said no. So it is going to come from somewhere, and that might lead to cuts. And this is the same across the board. So teachers have been given a pay rise, but public sector workers have been given a pay rise. That involves the police, that involves prison officers, that involves teachers and junior doctors. And they're all getting a pay rise between either 5% all the way up to 7%. So this is across the board. All these sectors are getting these pay rises, but the actual departments in the government aren't getting given any extra money to therefore pay for these pay offers. Now that is not ideal because, like we're saying, it will be cut from somewhere to pay for us. But again, it's a start, and if they've assured you, for teachers at least, it's not coming out of school budgets, then you know what, maybe there is somewhere where they can cut it out. I don't think there should be. I think we obviously should get the money straight up. But again, it's happening at least. They have said it won't be funded by borrowing or raising taxes, but that does mean, again, they're going to have to cover some costs from somewhere. Existing budgets, things are going to have to be cut. He has said to trade unions that the offer is final. There's no more talk, there's no more discussions. I mean, they've said that before and they've given another offer, but the difference is this time, previously, all the unions said, no, we don't want that offer, it's not good enough. This time, all 4 education unions have said they're going to tell the members, accept the deal, take it, end the strikes, and we'll move on. They have said they're going to keep campaigning for teachers' pay to rise to above inflation levels, but they said, at least for this year, they're going to call it a day there and be happy with what we've got. And I think, again, that is completely the right decision. I completely agree with that. And so fingers crossed, all the members will feel the same and we can all move forward with teaching, moving into September with a new class, new year, fresh start. So I would love to hear from you guys what you think about this pay deal. I know there's a lot of teachers that follow me on here that ask questions about things or going into teaching, that type of stuff. What do you think about this pay deal? Do you think it's fair? Do you think it's right that we should accept it? And what are you going to do? Are you going to accept it or not? I mean, I'm being totally open here and I think we should accept it. But I'm saying that not because I want to change your minds, because that's what I want you to know that I think. You can think whatever you want, of course, and hopefully you can come to your own decisions, and you'll just have to let me know what those are. But as always, guys, like I said at the start of this video, there's going to be much more stuff coming soon, much more vlogs happening every single day. We're just trying to put a little bit positive message out there in the world, a little bit like these jumpers, as we said earlier. The waltonfamily.uk shop, buy a jumper, live the life of your dreams. It's just a little bit of happiness out into the world, and thank you very much for supporting us if you do. And as always, we'll see you in the next video at 6:30 every single weekday.